Hello and welcome. I am now demoing a mod today that's said to make things a little more challenging. And all we need is the right seed. Let's begin. So, I already created the character because I did not want to go through the whole process. Created a world because it'll take like a minute, so let's start this. Fresh world, fresh character. Okay. So it seems like we're falling. Okay, we're going. Oh wow, this is gonna be really difficult. If we're gonna have to like fight the wall of flesh right off the bat. Like, surely it's not gonna. Yeah, it did. It summoned him. Okay. Well, first we need to plan, and it's dead. Huh. Okay. Well, that was easy. But maybe it's just to force the world on the hard mode so it can immediately be more difficult. That's definitely the challenge. It makes all the easy stuff gone and done, so it can only be hard from here on. Alright, so I haven't even moved yet, but it's just kind of doing everything. Challenging? Yeah, absolutely challenging. I mean, Terraria, as you know, is a very difficult game. Like the bosses, like there's so many of them. So many of them. Okay. Yep. Okay. Wow. But 1 minute in, and we're just okay. Gets cultists are spawned. And we're only a minute and like 30 seconds in. I haven't touched the keyboard at all since starting. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so the jig is up. This might not be a challenge mod. In fact, it might be the opposite. Oh, yeah. It took a while to get this working exactly the way I wanted, but the results, well, kind of speak for themselves. And yes, just for coolness points, you of course go backwards while, just riding the rails. You're just doing it backwards, cause moon railing. You're moon railing. Just what you do. Alright. Oh yeah, and of course it became night really quickly. Don't mind the fact it's only been about a few minutes. Time passes by so quickly, you don't even know it, even though it literally says 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but hey, things just happen. The world has a mind of its own. It decided to rotate really quickly when it came time to, do the little boss showdown. Okay, so we probably would be eventually there. It is a large world, but the seed that we picked, Leon, is quite interesting because the jungle temple is really close to the center. Therefore, we don't have to spend an extra minute literally traveling across the world. And trust me, I coded it, and it is possible to make one on the complete opposite side of the world, and you have to travel, and it's obnoxious. Let's see if I can get a no-hit run on this guy, because sometimes I can get no-hit on this guy, and it's so good. Come on! Kill it faster! No! The no-hit run is ruined. Sorry. No-hit, incomplete. Can't do it. It's impossible. It's kind of a bit of a joke that I left the hour as part of that timer, because we won't be playing this for an hour. This would be a very long video otherwise, but as you can see, we've been just playing this for 4 minutes and we're already pending doom. Also, just in case you weren't aware, Celestial Towers just collapsed, cause we ain't got time for that. I got no time for that. The literal function of the code is called that. We ain't got no time for that. Yeah. It's just easier to just rain a big meteor on all of them and they die. Off camera, of course. It was in the budget. So this mod exists because I wanted a quick way to get post-Moon Lord, because ScryWorld, which is the mod I'm working on, has a lot of post-Moon Lord content. More or less a very powerful biome that'll happen, you know, be created after this fight. So I'm like, hey, what if we can get there real quick without just, you know, simply turning the flags on that the bosses have been defeated? Like, that's boring. Let's just make the game defeat itself. And then this idea happened. It was like, I woke up at 6 a.m. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be a good idea. And so for the last week, or actually no, not the last, about 6 days, I worked on this. And yeah, it took some work, as you can tell. There's a couple of adjustments I had to make for obvious reasons. You can also notice that this is an expert world, and the Moon Lord's beam is nearly doing 26 damage. Yeah, just nearly. Now we just gotta wait on the RNG to kill the heart. Come on, kill that core. Sometimes your RNG is good, sometimes your RNG is not that good. So yeah, this will actually be a speedrun challenge. This will work on any world. Though, for simplicity's sake, I have just tested on a few worlds that I know will consistently be faster to work on, because, yeah, the generative stuff is... Okay, so this is a little slower than my fastest. Before, the RNG allowed me like 6:30 something. 38 actually, yeah. I might even have a all-time best record pop up down there in a future update or something. Yeah, so currently I'm the only one developing this, but I would love to see if other people are interested in developing it alongside me. Currently I'm mostly a programmer, but I do some artwork and some other things. None of which have been demonstrated here. So when you see credits by me, you know, this is just, you know, what I've contributed to the mod so far. We'll see. Also, I'm probably going to redesign this mod, the credit sequence to be a little bit more like vanilla. But the reason I obviously had to code my own system is because, yeah, the old system is rather unmanageable. So instead, I threw some random effects together, and here's a credit sequence. And also threw a timer because I thought it was a nice little touch, very helpful. So yeah, I will release the mod at some point if there is enough desire or attention for it. And maybe someone can find a really fast record for the world to autoplay itself. Oh yeah, and your world has now been cursed, so I'm sorry for your loss, but your world has now been lost to the evils of this world. Yeah, there's definitely some generation that could be done a little bit better. But considering I learned all of this on the fly in a couple of days just to challenge myself, yeah. The last few days have actually just been polishing and making sure things are done. And there it goes. It detects that the credits are done, and it thanks you for viewing this demo. And so the actual mod itself will be worked on alongside other people, hopefully, this year. And I might release more about the mod later. So be sure to check the description. It will link to the page with the wiki that I personally actually developed myself, and any information you might need. So thank you for watching. It's been a interesting experience. There has been some code that just did not want to work, and it finally worked after I, banged a hammer at it. You know how it is. You know how coding is, or maybe you don't. But coding is basically sorcery. That's all you need to know. This has been the start of a beautiful adventure, and I hope that you can stay tuned for more to come. I am Scriden, and this has been a crazy modding adventure in Terraria. Goodbye.